त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Hello, Arya.
Oh, hello, Rita.
Yes, Shri Mataji, how are you?
Oh, I'm very well. And yourself?
Very good, thank you.
So looking forward to our program tonight. We're going to go to the first chakra, the Muladhara.
That is
the
correct.
support of the whole subtle system, isn't it, Rita?
That is right. The foundation of the tree, the roots of the tree, or the foundation of the house, as we say sometimes, yeah?
Yes. But before that, we wish welcome all our listeners. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are. And so lovely to have you joining us for this. First, we are going to have a little bit of a series about this, like we had the Vishuddhi the last few weeks, and now we're going to do a few weeks about the Muladhara and whatever is associated with the qualities of the first chakra.
Yes, it is quite, it can be quite intensive, and it is sometimes I think in the West, it is quite a difficult topic also, because it's just so much opposite to our Western culture, to, you know, that innocence of children, or we're talking, you know, to have the purity of the eyes and the thoughts, or to respect people's, you know.
Yeah, and also because we live in a very competitive environment, and we are not supporting each other as much as we could. So we tend to not, because it's all about the support. So as a community, when a community is healthy and people respect their first center, their first chakra, they support each other, and they don't do cunning things behind their back, or trying to overtake them and putting them down so they can go up, and all dishonesty and all that. Yeah,
that's right. And also, I think when you have that community, it's also supporting to help each other stay on the right path, or the right dharma, or to you know, have those boundaries of good conduct and respect, which are very important.
but in Sahaja Yoga we have the great opportunity, especially Australia. We live in the country of the representing this first chakra with New Zealand, so we really are very lucky, because the earth here, and I know the difference because I come from Europe, and Europe has different qualities, but I noticed that straight away when I came to Australia. The earth has got incredible energy that's very, very soothing. Yes.
And the color.
Eh?
And the color.
And the color,
The color
yeah.
of the earth here is just about the color of the Muladhara that we talk about is red. And just to explain what I suppose Aryan is talking about, is that we say, you know, the 7 continents. So there's 7 energies, the 7 chakras are each represented by a different continent. So we are always talking about from the microcosm to the macrocosm. So the subtle system within ourselves, you know, just the way it's represented on our hands, feet, and that. Then you go to the continents on the earth, and then you go to the planets in the solar system, and you know, so we each of the energy centers are represented. So Australia is represented by them, or represents Muladhara, not represented by, but represents Muladhara. And so those qualities are also there in the sense that, you know, the color is red. So the earth is very red here. You've got coral, which is the stone of the Muladhara, which is the, you know, so here we go. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and now we have the chart, yeah. So if we look at the chart here, we have also where the Muladhara is represented on a head. It's at the back. We call that the back agya. That's on the hands. It's here at the very base of the hand, and on the feet is the what is that part called?
The heel of the feet.
The heel.
The heel of the feet.
The heel. And then the one it's directly touching the earth when we're sitting down, so it's below the Kundalini, so it's to support the Kundalini, the motherly energy. Yeah, so very much to do with support and strengthening this center. And I think we are very lucky when we start meditating in Sahaja Yoga that when this chakra gets established very quickly, because we have very simple cleansing techniques that we do every day that can really help very quickly establish this center, and the whole system benefits. It's
absolutely. And the other thing about Muladhara is that you know, part of that quality or the energy of the Muladhara also is the base energy of every energy center also. So that, you know, having the Muladhara strengthen and open also then in a way helps support each of the other energy centers. But also if we see, you know, as we know in the chart, the left side starts at the base of the Muladhara, so from the Muladhara energy center. So it also helps to support the left side and cleanse the left side, which then deals with, you know, our emotional and mental health. And, you know, so if you've got, if you're suffering from mental health problems with depression, a little bit of anxiety, then, you know, that kind of emotional trauma, it really helps to work on the Muladhara, because it actually then also in a way helps to strengthen the left side and kind of helps to nourish it back into balance, to then nurture those aspects within us.
That's why sitting on the earth when we can, and looking at the earth or going for walks in nature, all of that will help. Yeah, to get it is actually they have done studies in Europe that the best remedy for depression is actually walking in nature. So it's one of the remedies to
That's right.
help.
And also barefoot, and therefore barefoot is
barefoot.
also very, yes. And so if you see a lot of the older culture, people would walk barefoot. You know, that was
Yes.
one of the things which absolutely was fantastic.
That's right. Yeah, so tonight we have quite a program that is all around this theme of innocence and wisdom. So to start with, we will have a little meditation to do with the Mother Earth from the Sahaja Yoga Scandinavia. Then we are going to have 2 short talks of Shri Mataji, where she talks about the innocence. And again, in the West, we have a little bit of issues when we first come to Sahaja Yoga, but very quickly it gets improved. And then she also talks about children. Then after that, we'll have a guided meditation between the two of us. Yeah. And Rita will be doing a very settling meditation for the Muladhara especially. And then we will have a lovely piece of saxophone that is a mother and son team, and the player has asked, it's his own creation. He created this meditative music on his saxophone, so it's really lovely. And then to end the outro music will be a lovely piece from the Amal project, I think it's called. Yes. From Vienna. It's called Namaste, and it's highlighting the qualities of the Muladhara, that Shri Ganesha, who is how would you explain that to someone from a Western culture, Rita? Shri Ganesha.
Well, it's the names of Shri Ganesha, right, as you were saying, but the names come from the qualities of Shri Ganesha, the qualities within us that we would like established. So again, when we are saying Om Namaste Ganapataye, you're saying I bow down, I surrender to that quality within myself, or I desire to have that quality established within myself, or awakened within myself, or strengthened within myself. So part of that is then, yes, so the whole song kind of becomes like that, where you know, eventually when we talk of mantras, you can say it as a mantra or use it as a mantra, but the whole idea is that it's those qualities that we would be, you know, you're saying I bow down to that quality of Shri Ganesha, but basically within ourselves, to have it awakened within ourselves.
And he removes obstacles in our lives. Absolutely. And that's why he's very popular in our Sahaj culture, because he gives us joy and peace and removes obstacles and frustration.
Absolutely, yes. So removing any obstacle to our spiritual growth, to our path of spirituality, and to, you know, establish our spiritual growth. Or yeah, definitely. So shall we start?
Yeah, so shall we raise our Kundalini?
Yes, absolutely. So as we normally do, nicely moving your attention with the left hand, moving our right hand, around in a circular fashion, just as energy moves. And first knot, one knot on top for one energy channel. And we do it 3 times for the 3 energy channels. Just moving your attention so you're actually able to feel the vibrations moving, the kundalini coming up. 2 knots for the second time. And the third time, we do 3 knots up. So the knots are just representing that we are tying the kundalini up so that it will be sustained at the top and give us a good connection through our meditation. And then we do a bandhan. 2 semicircles starting from the left down to the right and back again. And we do this 7 times for the 7 energy centers. But again, the main thing is having your attention on the vibrations that are flowing as you're moving your hand over and across. And 6 and 7. And just
Round.
come on.
We can just ask the Mother Earth to absorb any feeling of heaviness, any tiredness, any imbalance that exists within us. As you do this, as you keep your hands grounded in the Mother Earth, let's try to keep our attention at the top of our head. Let's try to keep our attention connected. It's so easy to get carried away in streams of thoughts and events. But let's just do this exercise. Let's just go back to the top of our head. And we can say the mantra Neti. That means not this, not this, not this. So by doing this, we just let go. Let's say it a few times together. Neti, neti, neti. Let's breathe in. Neti, neti, neti.
The first we bow to Sri Ganesha because Sri Ganesha is the source of innocence within us. So actually we bow to innocence within us. And this innocence is the one gives you the enlightenment. As I told you yesterday, the light has innocence. But this is innocent without knowledge. But your light is innocent with knowledge. We always think that the people who have got knowledge can never be innocent, can never be simple. And the idea we have got about innocence is that an innocent person is always deceived, can be befooled, and can be always taken for granted. But innocence is a power. It is a power which protects you, which gives you light of knowledge. Knowledge that we have in the worldly sense is how to exploit others, how to cheat others, how to make money out of them, how to make fun of others, how to look down upon others. But the light of innocence is the light by which you know that love is the highest thing. And it teaches you how to love others, how to care for others, how to be gentle about others. It also gives you the light within. It's just the other way around of this avidya that we have in this world. Just the other way around. The avidya outside teaches us competition, how to put the other person down, because it has fear. It is insecure. This knowledge is not secured at all. If it had security, it would not have behaved like this. But the light of innocence knows everything. It has no fear. When we say children are innocent, we mean to say that they have that power of innocence. Many times people have noticed if a child falls from a height, he doesn't die, while a young man may die with a much smaller height. And the child is not afraid while falling. He just enjoys as if there's a parachute coming down, nicely. And then when he falls down also just gets up, laughs, smiles at everyone. He doesn't understand why everybody is worried. Because in that innocence he knows that he's looked after. He's protected. He knows that there is a power which is much higher than him, and he does not have to worry. Then we start putting ideas into the head of the child. And that is how he starts losing his power of innocence. And he becomes a coward. He becomes a cunning fellow. He becomes an unrighteous personality. But still we would say that the innocence of children is innocence of ignorance. In a way. because they do not know the dangers of life. But the light of innocence knows all the dangers and also knows how to get rid of it. Also knows how to be away from such a person. There was a wise man who was going on a staircase. There was a stupid man coming from the other side, foolish man. So foolish people are always aggressive. That is one of the signs, because they have inferiority complex. So the foolish man says to the man who was coming up, he says, one had to move on one side. So he says, I don't move for fools, the foolish one says. So the wise man says, I do, and he moved. That's how the light of innocence tells you how far to go with a person, how far to talk to a person, how far to indulge in another person's personality or his problems. Otherwise he deceits. He understands that this gentleman is a stupid fool, so I move for a fool like that. He doesn't pay attention to such a person. He doesn't bother about such a person. This is the light of innocence which gives you discrimination. How far to go with others? I love a person. There are many, I love him. All right. Another person may kick you, may hit you, may trouble you, may become absolutely, horribly possessed, but still you are just mad or in love with that person, without any self-respect. This comes because there is no... You may be innocent in a way, in a worldly manner, but you are not enlightened and innocent. When you are enlightened and innocent, then your innocence is a power which gives you, first thing is discretion. Supposing you take a light in your hand. Now you know whether it is a snake or a rope. But if there is no light in your hand, you cannot see. But even supposing it's a snake, you might run away. Or if you are a stupid fool, you will say, all right, come and bite me. I would like to see how it works. Children are there. But if you are an enlightened person, then you will tell the snake, now let me be alone, all right? Bye-bye. And the snake will know and it will go away. Or if the snake is a sinister one, you may just look at the snake and snake might run away. So this power of innocence is a very, very important thing. And that comes to us through our enlightenment alone. I have already talked to you about emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the expression of innocence. It is the expression of Sri Ganesha. Children who are gifted with this will always try to please you. They know what you want, what you need. They'll give you all the joy that you want. They'll do all the things that you like, just to please you. They don't have their own wants. They don't want to have their own demands. They never say, I want this, you do for me. Never. They just want to see what you want. What do you want to have? And they put all the effort to supply that whatever. Especially for children towards their elders. Just like, I would say, a great understanding, we should say, like a very elderly personality. So in innocence you become extremely grown-up, matured, very matured. With that maturity you know what this person needs and what the other person should not have. And the way they establish is very interesting. Children are the most interesting things, I think, in the world. For me, roses are very beautiful. But children are the most interesting thing, and they teach you so many things that you are surprised at their innocence. So many jokes are there about the children, how they behave, how they talk, and they are so innocent that they will tell everything to everyone. They have no way of hiding anything. It's very difficult. I know one joke when a gentleman came to the house for dinner. So the child was looking at him very intensely. And then he said, "Mother, he doesn't eat like a horse as you told me." So everybody was shocked. He doesn't eat like a horse. Mother must have told him he eats like a horse. So he looked at him, doesn't eat like a horse. See, they are so innocent, sometimes they say things by which you can get exposed completely. There are so many jokes about it, and if you write some books, writing the jokes of children, I tell you, people will just enjoy it. Because though so innocently they say things which are nothing but the truth. And they cannot tell lies. They are so truthful. That's the quality of innocence.
Let's close our eyes. Just keep our hands on our lap. Just a few nice deep breaths. Just settle our attention. Just watching our hands, watching the vibrations. And just expressing the desire within our hearts to please help us achieve the thoughtless awareness, the connection with our spirit. Let us feel the joy and the divine bliss in today's meditation. Let's move our attention to the base of the spine. Let's put our right hand towards Mother Earth. We'll put our attention on the left Muladhara. And as we know, with the left Muladhara, the quality of innocence and chastity, of purity and wisdom. The great thing is that these qualities don't get destroyed. They might just be covered or clouded, just like, the dark clouds shadow the sun. But as we meditate and as the Muladhara balances, the clouds are swept away, and the quality of innocence shines within us. With the imbalance on the left side, we usually feel insecure or not confident. So here on the left side, to awaken and strengthen, we say, Mother, by your grace, I am innocent. Dispelling any feeling of doubt, any lack of confidence. Mother, I am innocent. Put your attention on your right hand, on the left Muladhara, but just watching the vibrations flowing from your right hand being absorbed into the Mother Earth. Just allowing all those imbalances of our left side. Awakening the quality of innocence within us. Mother, I am innocent. We bring our right hand back on our lap, moving our attention to the center Muladhara. Here from our hearts we ask, Mother, please make me innocent. Mother, please make me innocent. The humility of being in the center, of surrendering, acknowledging, accepting. Mother, please make me innocent. We move our left hand towards Mother Earth. So let your right hand be relaxed on your lap. Move the left hand towards Mother Earth. And we move our attention to the right Muladhara. So clearing and balancing our right Muladhara helps to settle the overactive mental activity. It's important in balancing and establishing the thoughtless awareness. Keeping our attention on the right Muladhara and our hearts. The Mother, please make me worthy of you. Make me worthy of your attention. Just as Shri Ganesha helps to protect us and destroy the negativity attacking our attention, attacking us, the essence of the right Muladhara, Shri Kartikeya, helps to destroy the negativity or the obstruction within us that is blocking our ascent or hindering our ascent. So here we say, Mother, please remove all the hindrances to our ascent. It's a great opportunity to look within ourselves, to introspect, to recognize our habits or conditionings or ideas that become obstructions to our growth. Mother, please remove all or destroy all those evil or negative qualities within us that are hindering our ascent. Please make me worthy of you. Bring our both our hands, bring our hands back on our lap. Now Jan will guide us through our meditation.
So we are now going to place our hand on heart. So we are not just our body, our thoughts, and our emotions. So here we can say, Mother, I am the Spirit. Pure and immaculate. This is the true, authentic me. I am the spirit. Please, Mother, take away all the fears, and please manifest within me the qualities of love, of fearlessness, of kindness, of peace. And fill my heart with love for myself, for my family, for my friends, for my work colleagues, for my community, for my city, for my country, and for the whole world. And now we can place our hand on top of our head. And this is also the seat of the heart. So we can press with the palm of the hand touching the fontanelle with just a gentle massage clockwise 7 times. Mother, so we're moving the skin and we say, Mother, please strengthen my self-realization so that I become more and more identified with this beautiful spirit, this pure spirit within me. Help me to manifest my new self, my new discovered self that I have been seeking for so long. Let me be aware of this. Let me manifest this light of the spirit in me and honor it in others as well. And let eternal peace flow through me. And now we see if we can place the hand above the fontanelle and see if we can feel the gentle breeze, as the poet William Wordsworth called it, the gentle breeze that travels And then we can try with the left hand. Again, about 10 centimeters or so. And see if we can feel something coming from the left hand. So we're going to have another music with a saxophone, and Rita are going to try to keep the hand, the space.
Attention and our hands, that's right. So once we have settled in attention, just try and let our attention settle on top of the head, just a few inches above, letting the thoughts flow through, and just trying to grasp that space in between the two thoughts. So as we're listening to the music, just allow your thoughts to dissolve, just flowing with the music, just floating away. And if you're not able to, if your thoughts are still troubling, as they did with the first video we saw, you just go neti, neti, not this thought, or this is not mine. So it kind of helps to dissolve the power of the thought on your attention. Or another thing we can do is what Ariane was just doing, just slightly, just let your hand on top of your head, let your attention rest between the gap, between the Sahasrara, the head and the hand, and then let the music flow through. And then you can do it again with the next hand, with the other hand. And then just enjoying. We'll just have a beautiful piece of saxophone music. As I just raise the hand up. Thank you very much. That was beautiful. You could just feel the waves of the music on the Sahasra. That was amazing. Thank you very much. I hope you all enjoyed the beautiful meditation. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Yes.
So we'll stay in meditation and maybe just listen to the outro music.
Yes.
And before we go, just raise our kundalinis and put a bandhana as we normally do to finish off meditation. Just sustain your attention on the top of the head.
Thank you, everyone,
Thank
for
you, everyone.
joining us. It's really beautiful to have you. And thank you, Rita.
Thank you. We'll see you again.
For
Same time, same place.
as always.
Absolutely. Let's enjoy some of that beautiful music and stay in meditation for a little while longer.
Yep.
Thank you.